Welcome to your class for today. For today, I am going to be using the reformer for our session. I have an Allegro 2 balanced body reformer that I'll be working on. I'll be sure to call out spring changes and foot bar settings so that you are good to go on whatever type of reformer you find yourself on today. And today, the class is really focused on being able to create strength and calm in our bodies simultaneously. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so to start off, we're gonna go ahead and set up our foot bar with one red spring. And if you don't have a red, just a full spring. Foot bar is in the high position. And I'm gonna stand back here at the back of my reformer, nice and tall. Just warming up, moving our spine to begin. We're gonna inhale, lift those arms to the sky. Exhale, round the spine as you dive down for your roll down. Let your hands tap the mat, inhale, and exhale, begin to rebuild all the way back up. Arms reach, and exhale to dive. One more, inhale, reaching it up, and exhale to dive. On this one, I want you to keep your hands on the carriage. From there, relax your shoulders onto your back. Go ahead and inhale and lift your head, neck, and chest, coming into a lengthened, long spine position. As you exhale, begin to tuck your tail, pulling your belly in and rounding, kind of cat-cowing here. Inhale, finding that length through your spine. Really think about pulling your chest through your shoulders, pushing down onto your carriage. Exhale. Excuse me. Inhale, last one here, and exhale, rounding. Now we're gonna try to keep those same principles as we push the carriage out. So we're gonna go ahead and inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the head and chest, and push that carriage out, feeling that stretch. Exhale, begin to tuck the tail as the carriage comes back home. Inhale, lengthening out, lifting the tail, lifting the chest. And exhale, tail begins to tuck under, pull those low abdominals in. Last one, inhale, reaching it out, and exhale, controlling that carriage with your center. Bring the carriage all the way home. Begin to rebuild your spine one bone at a time. Take a nice deep breath in and let it all out. Shake it all into your body, and go ahead and come over to the side of your reformer. All right, so starting off here, I'm gonna line my foot up kind of with the edge of my foot bar, place my opposite foot up against the shoulder block, and place my knee down onto the carriage. From here, I wanna bring the carriage all the way into the stopper and situate my pelvis so that it's still even. I'm not hiking on one hip or the other. As I inhale, I want to just simply reach the carriage back, coming into a lunge. Great hip opener here, really feeling that long leg, feeling the psoas and deep into the hip flexors opening. Exhaling, I'm gonna control the return of the carriage with that front leg. And you'll notice the front leg never fully straightens here. Unless you're more petite, maybe it'll straighten then. Exhale. And really, I'm allowing my pelvis to tip, right? I'm allowing for that, but I'm trying to keep it as much in line as possible here. Exhale to bring it back. Inhale, we're just finding our breath with our movement. Inhale to reach and lengthen. Exhale to feel the pelvic floor begin to lift. Feel the abdominals tighten to return the carriage. One more like this, then we're gonna add some arms to it. Exhale. On this next one, I want you to inhale, reach the arms up by the ears, find that length for your spine, and then exhale as you come in, press your palms behind you. Kind of think chest expansion. Inhale, we reach it up, and exhale, pressing back. Inhale, and exhale. Trying not to drop into our low spine here, keeping those low abdominals on so that we keep integrity in that low spine. One more, reach it back, and I want you to hold it here. We're gonna take the hands behind the head, allow the head to press back into those palms. This helps to bring some more alignment. So if you're not really sure, am I too far forward, too far back? This really helps to line up your body. We're gonna do little pulses here. We go up an inch, down an inch. It's more like 3 inches, right? Exhale, inhale. Feel everything tighten and lift. Inhale. And inhale. Lengthen even through the crown of your head. plant that foot nice and heavy into the ground. You want to feel the heel digging into the ground to activate your glute to lift you up. 2 to go. 1 more. Bring it down, hold it here, circle your hands to your foot bar, and we'll take it into a stretch, lengthening through that forward leg. Lift your toes if it feels good, or keep them on the ground. You can always take a hand to the frame of your reformer as well, just to give you a little bit more support in your stretch. And then bend the knee, bring it all the way in. Now we're not done yet. We're gonna turn around, and we're going to go to the side. So I'm going to go into a turnout position. My toes are going to be relatively same spot, but I've turned them out towards the corner of my room. My opposite foot is now turned out and my toes are up against that shoulder block. From here, again, we're just trying to find that positioning for the pelvis. We're going to inhale, bend through that standing leg, and exhale to bring it in. Now you'll notice the carriage probably won't come in quite as far, and that's okay. We're not really looking for it to come all the way in, because in order to do that, we'd have to really hike our hips and kind of come into a funny position. Pressing it out, and exhale, control on the way back in. Inhale, and exhale. Feeling that stretch through the inner thigh. Feels good. Exhale. Again, feeling that lift from pelvic floor all the way up through the center cavity. 2 more. 1 more, and I want you to press here and pause. Now we're gonna use the arms, we're gonna sweep them up overhead, but kind of a Y shape for our arms. As we inhale, I want you to bend the carriage leg, open the arms. Exhale, press the carriage out, arms go up. So nice and slow, we bend the knee, open the arms, extend the arms, press the carriage. Your standing leg stays still the whole time. Here we go, let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3. Feeling a lot of work in that standing leg. 1 more. Bring it in, bring it up, and safely step off of your carriage. Well done, let's go to the other side. So setting up for our lunge over here, foot is forward by the foot bar, opposite foot hooks up against the shoulder block. Find that balance through your pelvis. Take an inhale and just press down into your lunge. Find your lunge position first. Open up through that psoas, open up through the hip flexors. We're allowing for the pelvis to tilt, but we're also trying to really draw the low belly in to support the spine here so that we're not dumping and arching into the low back. Exhale to pull in. Inhale, reach it back. And reach. Finding height in the spine the whole time. So on the way in, it's easy to find it. On the way out, a little bit harder. Maybe focusing there a little bit more today. Feeling that wrap of the abdominals. Everything wraps in like you're tightening a seatbelt. 3. And we're gonna add those arms. 2. 1 more. On this one, I want you to reach the arms up by those ears. Exhale, press them behind you, chest expansion. Inhale, we reach. Reach. The arms are just mirroring the spine. Last 4. And 3. All really smooth, fluid movements here. 1 more. Pause here. Take a breath. And as you exhale, I want you to press little tiny pulse up and down, up and down. Feel the center lift as you lift. And down. 8, 7, 6. Stay heavy in that heel. 4, 3, you're almost there. 2, I'm starting to feel that. 1, take it down. Take your hands to your foot bar. Take an inhale and exhale. Go ahead and straighten that standing leg for your stretch. Always feels good. Get that stretch after the burn. And bring it all the way in. This time, pivoting into our turnout. So I'm turning my toes toward my reformer on an angle. And I'm gonna pivot my opposite foot. Toes are now up on the reformer. So I'm trying to open through the hips. Go ahead and press yourself out with that, the carriage leg nice and long. Hips, we're trying to find that level position for them. We don't want any hiking. So long waist. Take an inhale here and exhale to bring it in. Inhale. You'll notice you don't come in very far. That's okay. We're really looking at control through this standing leg, and you're gonna get a stretch through the leg that's on the carriage. Good job. Keeping the pelvis nice and steady, nice and level. We've got 4. I'm getting warm. I hope you are too. Last 2. 1 more. Press it down. Now pausing here, we stay here for a moment. I want you to reach your arms up almost like a Y shape. As you bend the knee, the arms open. Exhale, they rise back up. Inhale and exhale. Let's flow with it. Reach. Reach. Nice and steady through that standing leg. We're not letting the carriage push us around. We are in control. We are strong. And we are calm here, right? Even though those muscles are burning. Let's go for 3, 2, 1 more. Bring it all the way in. I won't make you do pulses there. Good job. Go ahead and step off, and I want you to have a seat on your reformer. And we are gonna go ahead and take it to a red and a blue. So we're adding a blue spring. So if you don't have colored springs, you're adding a full spring and a half. It's basically what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my loops, and I'm gonna go ahead and lie all the way down onto my carriage here, bringing my shoulders right up against the shoulder blocks. And you can rest, you can adjust your headrest here if you'd like it up so you have a little bit more support, or you could keep it flat, whichever feels good for you. But what I do want you to be aware of is that you're not pressed up against those shoulder blocks, but you've got a breath of air there. We're gonna take our fingers long, our palms pressing into the loops. And I have 2 size loops here. I've got small and I've got a bigger loop. I'm actually gonna use the bigger loop here. As I exhale, I'm gonna bring myself into a tabletop position. Zip my knees together and feel my tailbone is heavy on the mat. Inhaling, lengthening out through my spine. Exhale, I'm just simply pulling my arms to my hips and then controlling it back up. Now, I'm not coming to the stopper. I'm gonna stop with my arms directly over the heads of my shoulders rather than going past it. Because I want to stay in that place of control of the movement. I want my lats to be continuously working here. Feel that squeeze happening right underneath your shoulder, in your armpit. I used to tell my clients all the time, squeeze your armpit. It's a weird cue, but that's kind of the area that we want to fire up. 2 to go. And final 1, press it down, pause here. Inhale, you're only bending your elbows, and your elbows are staying connected to your carriage. Exhale to press through. Inhale. Really working through the backs of the arms and the tricep there. Keep that elbow connected to the carriage. Trying again here not to let the hand pass too far beyond the elbow. We want to stop right about 90 degrees so that the tricep really has to stay loaded and working. 2 more. 1 more. Press it out, pause here. Turn your hands in toward your hips. Draw the belly in nice and deep. Inhale, we open to a T position with those arms. Exhale, squeeze in and down toward the hips. Palms are turned in toward your body. Thumbs to the ceiling. Keep that center nice and strong. I am feeling this through my powerhouse. Use that breath when things get hard, when they feel challenging, recruit that breath. Last 3. And 2. 1 more. Bring the arms in, set your feet on the foot bar, and go ahead and just hang up your straps right by your shoulder blocks. All right, so from here, I want you to hold onto your shoulder blocks. So you're kind of thinking about pulling them away from each other, so you've got a good grip. I'm gonna draw those abs again in nice and deep and float the legs back to tabletop. On the inhale, we're gonna let the legs dip over toward me, reaching them across your carriage. Exhale, use the abdominals to pull back to center. Inhale, reaching away, and to the other side. Exhale, pull it back. I really want you to think about your shoulders and the upper torso staying relatively still here. You're allowing your spine to rotate, and you're keeping your knees and your pelvis quite level. So we're trying to squeeze those knees together the whole time, keeping that stability in the pelvis. So the rotation really comes from our spine. The obliques here, the sides of your abdominals, are working hard to bring those legs back in. We've got 1 more to each side. That'll complete it. And then go ahead and extend the legs nice and long. We're gonna do the same thing, inhale, but now with a longer lever. So maybe noticing we can't go quite as far as we did before, and that's okay. Working inside that space of control. Rather than trying to have the biggest range of motion, we're looking to really control that range. Draw that belly in. Let's do 2 more sets. I am feeling that shake. So good. Last set, you guys, 1 to each side. 1 more. And take the feet to the foot bar. Well done. Keep your hands long by your side. If you wiggled around, find your spot again. I'm gonna have you take your headrest all the way down for this one if it was up. So go ahead and take it down. You're gonna take your feet about hips distance apart on your bar, and I want you on your heels. As we exhale, we're gonna begin to peel the spine off of the mat 1 bone at a time, starting with that pelvic curl. So you tuck your tailbone, you pull towards your foot bar, and you begin to roll all the way up. Good. Inhale, carriage has not moved. We roll it back down 1 bone at a time. Let's do that a couple more times. Exhale, draw that pelvis in. Pressing up and pulling towards that foot bar. Inhale at the top. Exhale, melting the spine down with control. 1 bone at a time. Let's do 1 more. Exhale, curling. Pressing ourselves up, pulling towards that foot bar. Inhale, and exhale, melt the spine all the way down. Take a breath here, keep your tailbone on the mat. Press out with your heels, extending the legs long. Now, as you exhale, I want you to begin that same undulation, that same movement through your spine. We're gonna tuck the tail, begin to bend the knees, bringing yourself all the way into high bridge. Inhale, roll the spine down and press the legs out again. Exhale, curling up as the knees bend. Inhale, rolling the spine down with control, pressing it out. Exhale, bringing it in. Woo, lots of work for those hamstrings and glutes. 1 more this way, press it up. Bring it all the way in, roll the spine down. Good job. Pause here, take an inhale. As you exhale, Don't move the carriage. Tuck your tail, press up into that high bridge. Inhale, press out to straight legs, high bridge. Exhale, melt the spine into your mat and bring the carriage home. Inhale. Exhale, press it up, high bridge. Inhale, find the length. Exhale, melt it down, one bone at a time. And bring it all the way back, two to go. Exhale, pressing up. Really working through that spine, working through those hamstrings. We are still, believe it or not, working through our powerhouse. Exhale. Last one, make it your best, your strongest. Reach it long, roll the spine down, melt it into the carriage, and bend the knees to come all the way back. Well done. Go ahead and help yourself up. We're gonna change the spring now. So I'm gonna take it to a half weight, so blue for me. You do what works for you. You could definitely keep it on a full spring. The lighter spring will actually make it a little bit more challenging here. So we're gonna turn around. We're gonna do our abdominal series. We're gonna do it kind of in reverse. I like to mix it up. I love classical, but I also really like to play with movement that just feels good in my body for that day, rather than like sticking to a really rigid schedule of movements or exercises. So I'm gonna let my toes kind of spill off. I want there to be some space behind me. I've probably got like 2 hands width, whatever that is, hand breadths behind me here. And I'm gonna hold the short loops. And you can see right off the get-go, I don't really have tension on those loops, and that's okay. I wanna try to avoid being rounded. I'm gonna inhale, lift my chest and sit up as tall as I can, reaching my arms forward. As I exhale, I initiate with my pelvis. Same thing as we were just doing a moment ago in that bridge. This time, rolling down to my low back. Exhale the air. Inhale, I bring it back up nice and slow, lifting my spine all the way past that point of tension. Exhale. So you'll notice here, there's not a lot of help. There's not a lot of assistance. If you need more support, add a heavier spring. Drawing the belly in, shoulders stay on the back. We're not caving, we're looking for length. Last one here. And I want you to stay nice and low. Pause here. Float the right leg, float the left leg. Tap the right, tap the left. Exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Good job. 2 more sets. Up, down, and down. Finding that control, finding that strength, but finding that calm in your body. Last one. Up, up, down, down, and return. Well done. Give your legs a little hug, round your spine, release your neck from any tension. And we're gonna take it a little bit further this time, going into a little bit of thoracic extension. Feels really good in our backs. But if you do not like going upside down, you don't like that feeling, you can absolutely omit this and just go until your back is on the mat and then come back up. I'll show you here. We inhale, find the length. Exhale, we begin to peel our spine down, one bone at a time, just like we did not that long ago. Now I've connected all the way down onto my mat, but from here, I'm gonna take it a little bit further. I'm gonna let my head go back into the well, reach my arms overhead, and then exhale, draw my chin to my chest, and bring it all the way back up. Slow and with control. Feel free to adjust if you need to. Find that position for yourself. It's a little bit scary. If this is the first time you're doing this, make sure you have somebody with you so that can kind of spot you. But the more you do it, the more comfortable it is, and actually you just start to look forward to that stretch. Reaching your chest up. I let my head go on the side of the spring. Exhale, chin to chest. Bringing it in, lengthening up. Let's do 2 more. Drawing that belly in, reaching back, pull those straps with you. Exhale, float them up, let them guide you back home. Inhale, last one. Exhale. All the way down. If you want to stop here, that's totally fine. Reach it back if you want more. Bringing it all the way back home. Well done. All you're gonna do is make a really quick little switch here. Sit crisscross and comfortably. Take an inhale. And I'm gonna scooch back from my shoulder blocks just a little bit. So I'm kind of in the middle of my carriage. As I exhale, I'm gonna pull the straps wide, bring it back to center. Then I'm gonna turn my palms down and press the straps overhead. Then I'm gonna turn my palms on a diagonal and pull them down and toward my hips in a low V position. We repeat the whole thing, starting with T. Then we turn the palm down, press up to I. And then we turn the palms out, V. Good. Stay with me. We got 2 more sets. T. Inhale. Exhale for the I. Staying tall and strong through your center here. You're not wobbling. You're not shaking. You are grounded and strong. Going into that I. And down. Last one. And bring it in. Well done, you guys. From there, I want you to hang up your straps and we're gonna change the spring setting one more time. So I'm actually not gonna change the spring. I'm gonna keep it on the blue, forgot we were there, but I am gonna change the foot bar. So go ahead and change your foot bar so that you're all the way down and out of the way. And I'm gonna use my footboard here. If you have an extender that you can put on, feel free to do that. I have a little pad on my footboard and that really helps kind of protect my arms and everything. So grab one if you need one. All right, so we're gonna come on down, bringing our hands to the footboard. I'm gonna take my fingers and wrap them towards the front edge, and I've got my feet pressing up against the shoulder blocks. I'm in a quadruped position here. On the inhale, all I wanna do, I'm not moving my shoulders, I'm not moving my chest. I'm going to let the carriage slide out and away from me, and then I'm gonna exhale, use my abs to bring that carriage back in. Inhale, I let it slide out and away. Exhale, to pull it back in. Inhale, trying not to bobble like I just did. Lots of control. Inhale to reach away. Exhale, one more. We're gonna build on this. Find that strength through your shoulders. Press yourself away from that footboard. Then on this one, I want you to inhale. Take it here. As you exhale, the hips stay still. The shoulders move, going into a long spine stretch. Inhale, bring it back. Stay low with the hips. Exhale. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, push yourself away. Trust that spring. If you need more support, add a heavier spring. Less support makes it a little bit harder. Abs are firm there. We're not dropping or caving through the center. Exhale, push away. Find that length, find that strength, but also that control. Reach it out, 2 to go. And bring it in. 1 more, you're almost there, you're doing so good. Stay with me, exhale, bring it in. Pause here. We were gonna do 4 elbow taps. So in order to push myself out, I'm going to bend my elbows. Exhale, pressing back up. It's like there's an invisible table that my elbows are gonna rest on. We've got 2 more. Bend, tap your wrist or your forearm to the footboard. 1 more. Bend and exhale, pull yourself up. Bring the knees in. Take your toes onto your headrest and go ahead and press yourself all the way back for a well-deserved child's pose. Take an inhale here and exhale. 1 more time, deep breath in and exhale everything out. Take your hands under your shoulders, roll your spine all the way up, and just because we can, we are going into a mermaid stretch. Let's take the spring back to a red. And let's go ahead and bring our foot bars all the way back up into that high bar position. Now for today, I'm gonna have you kind of in that Z sit. One shin goes up against your shoulder blocks. The other shin comes in front of your body here. Take a nice deep breath in, rest your hand on the bar. Opposite hand reaches out, let's turn the palm. Exhale, we press up and over, finding space and length through the side of our body. Really arcing up. Inhale, bring it in. Hold on to that forward shoulder block. And then exhale, the opposite hand comes up and over. On this one, reach it out, take your hand to the bar. As you exhale, I want you to spiral your spine, bringing both hands to the bar. Inhale, pull the chest up and through the shoulders as you bring the carriage in. Exhale, push it out. Feels so good. Inhale, bring it in. And exhale. Just inviting that calm back into our bodies. Come back here, find center with that palm, open your spine up. Well done. We're gonna go to the other side. Just flipping yourself around, hooking up the shin. Take a breath, reach the palm out. Exhale, up and over, getting that arc through the side of your body. Inhale, bring the carriage back. Hold on to the forward shoulder block and exhale. Side bending, opposite way. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, this time we spiral the chest towards our springs. Hands widening for support. Press it all the way out, feeling that length in our spine. And then inhale, draw the chest through the shoulders, lift the head, lift the spine. Feel that length. Exhale. Again, inviting that calm back into our bodies. Bring it up, find center, spiral it back open. And you guys are done with your session for today. Thank you for joining me for this. I hope you feel amazing in your body. I hope you felt really strong working through some of those exercises and that the rest of the day is full of calm in your body and your mind. And I will see you back here for another session very soon. Thanks so much for taking this class with me. And I really want to congratulate you on taking the time to prioritize your health. With there being so much demand on us and our to-do list being really long, it can actually be easy to just simply let our health slide off the list altogether. As a widowed mom, I get just how precious your time actually is. And that's why I created Noelle Roberts Studio, because we can't carry it all. But what if we could outsource this piece of the puzzle to someone else? Wouldn't it be great to show up each day to classes that are curated to help you build strength, resilience, and keep your body strong for years to come? And what about getting personal guidance along your journey rather than talking to just another chatbot? Inside NRS, I'll show you how prioritizing your health can be simple. And not only that, but sustainable. Because after all, we want to feel vibrant and healthy for our whole lives, not just being able to fit into the next pair of jeans. So if you're ready to break those start-stop patterns in your health and see just how simple and sustainable your fitness can actually be, I want to invite you to join me inside NRS. I've included the link below so you can get all the details and get started today. I can't wait to see you inside the studio and on your mat very soon.